the 76ers have rolled out the red carpet. I don't know if you saw any of this or not. They welcomed basketball hobo Paul George. By George. They welcomed him in. And so Paul George, there he was, welcomed. Heroes welcome. I say that, at least the media. And he joins now the well-traveled PG-13, his fourth team. His fourth different team. Now, as he said hi to Philadelphia, he tossed a haymaker at one of his former teams. He did. Tossed a haymaker. And so my phone was blown. I woke up and I was like, oh, did you see this? Did you see it? And everyone that sent me this story, every single person that sent me this story, and there were multiple people, all had one thing in common, right? They're supporters of a pathetic, disgraceful, embarrassing franchise. And so they were getting joy out of this. And so if you didn't hear it, perhaps not, Paul George, we have the other. All right, well, rather than me tell you what he said, here's Paul George. In his own words, Paul George, here he is. Listen,
coming back to L.A.,
that
was home when I first came back to L.A., but it's not the same love. Because when I was in L.A., they like, man, you should have been a Laker. That's all I was hearing. It wasn't no like, oh, welcome to the Clippers. Yo, we happy you in L.A., but you should have been a Laker.
You was on the second team.
I'm on the B team. That's how the vibe and the love felt.
What you heard right there, and maybe I should say what you smelled right there, bullcrap. Absolute bullcrap, right? Absolute bullcrap. So let us discuss the question. Paul George, you just heard what he said. He said the Clippers felt like the B team compared to the Lakers in L.A., and so the question is, how did that statement sound to you? Well, I already mentioned it sounded like bullcrap, but I've got History Channel, Xbox, and Haiku. And we will combine all of these things together, and we are going to make a billboard lawyer, which there's a lot of those around here. Every city I go to, there's a lot of billboard lawyers. They must get a lot of calls. A lot of calls, right? Pay me, show me the money. So, Paul George taking a shot at the Clippers was predictable. I didn't have on my bingo card he was going to say the B team, which is what he did. But Paul George, to me, sounds like he's suffering from psychosis. And I get it. I understand. If I was Paul George, I would be hurt also, right? He's gone from podcast P to pandering P. And he's pandering is what he's doing here, sucking up to the Philly fans. Well, because the full soundbite there is, the B team, and we were in L.A., but now in Philadelphia, everyone's going to appreciate me and all this stuff. Bullcrap. Absolute bullcrap. So the theory on this is rather simple. Right? It's not that hard. Paul George is a disgruntled employee, now former employee of the Clippers. All right? He's frustrated. He don't want to live in Pennsylvania. Guy's from Southern California. You think he wants to live in Pennsylvania? He doesn't. He doesn't. In fact, I know he doesn't, right? The Clippers didn't want him. They rejected him. They said, we don't want you. And not only that, as it has been passed on to me, the Clippers told Kawhi Leonard and James Harden and Ty Lue that they weren't going to bring back Paul George. And all of them signed up. So what kind of a terrible teammate is Paul George? Right? Think about that. Kawhi Leonard, who wouldn't even go to the Clippers unless they got Paul George, right? So Oklahoma City got 8 gazillion draft picks. So, okay, fine. So Kawhi's like, that's my demand. I want to play with Paul George. He played with Paul George. Not much because he got hurt a lot. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm good. Let him go to Philadelphia and choke on a cheesesteak. Get him out of here, right? What does that say about Paul George? Seriously. What does it say about him? The biggest star, two of the Hall of Famers, Kawhi Leonard and James Harden, don't want to play with him. They don't want to play with him. They're like, we're fine with him leaving. We'll stay. We don't care if he leaves. He's not that good. The B team passed on him. All right? Furthermore, I'd like to turn now to Exhibit A, which is the History Channel. Let's go to the History Channel here. Now, Paul George is using what we like to call revisionist history, is what he's using, okay? He chose, remember, let's go back a few years ago in the hot tub time machine. If I'm not mistaken, Paul George chose to re-sign with OKC, and at that point, he turned down the chance to play for the historians, the Lakers. Right? He had the chance, right? he chose to go and stay in the Dust Bowl. And not only that, Paul George was welcomed, the dopey small-town mayor of Oklahoma City. Tell me you're not a big league city without telling me you're not a big league city. They had a Paul George Day, a ceremonial Paul George Day in Oklahoma City. And then a year later, he wanted out. He demanded a trade to the Clippers, right? So the guy from Southern California had a chance to go to the Lakers. He chose to not go there and chose to go to the Clippers. And now, because they didn't want him anymore, they're the B team. With the richest owner in North American sport, the greatest arena, the Taj. Have you seen this arena? The Taj Mahal is going to be packed every night with Clipper fans. And the Lakers play on Skid Row. They literally, Skid Row is where their arena is now. It's during COVID, Skid Row spread, and it's now all over there. And so good luck to Paul George, right? He's a basketball mercenary. The Clippers said no, so now he's going to have to uproot his entire family. You talk about screwing over your kids, 2,700 miles away from where he's from. And that he did it. He went for the bag. He got the bag of money. Couldn't get it from the Clippers, and so he's gone. All right, now, speaking of that news conference, Paul George also says he wants to be the late-game performer. He wants to take the pressure off both Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey in Philadelphia. Do you see that happening? Now, this is one of those ridiculous questions, right? You see it happen. Do I see it happen? Why would it happen there? It didn't happen anywhere. He had a few good games, a few good moments in Indiana, right? Few of them. But he's played for multiple teams since then. He's much older now, and he has been poo. Not Pooh Richardson. He's been poo. The only way that happens for Paul George in Philadelphia is you dust off the Xbox and you play NBA 2K. That's it, right? Zebras do not change the stripes and all that. Paul George is an injury-prone player who's now long in the tooth. That's why the Clippers didn't want him anymore. He's a falling star. Don't let a falling star fall on you. And Philadelphia, they'll learn this. And I can't wait. I got a bucket of popcorn wait with my name on it to watch when Paul George continues to erode and the fans in Philadelphia, right? Oh, yeah, that'll go well, right? That'll go well. As a distant relative of Nostradamus and occasional friend of Nostradamus, although not his wife, who's a vegan, Philadelphia will be Dante's Inferno, or in this case, PG-13's Inferno. He's now in his mid-30s. You look at the math on this, the production, the efficiency between the regular season and the postseason, there's a dramatic free fall, dramatic drop between those things. And then when PG-13 leaves the 76ers, and he's not going to be there more than a couple years, he'll leave the 76ers. And when that happens, he will then trash Philadelphia. Right? He'll say, well, yeah, they really didn't really appreciate the Sixers. They like the Eagles more, or the Phillies, or the Flyers, or whatever. All right, last word, we go to Paris, to basketball. Now, the Olympics haven't even started yet, and people still freaking out. Basketball people are freaking out. What's going on with Team USA? They're winning, but they're not winning by enough. And there is a pretty good indicator in terms of how you're performing. Are you living up to expectations? And that is the gambling market. Are you living up to the point spread? Are you covering the line? The Team USA squad is not. They have not been, and they've played some nail-biters. Now, I bring this up because that is where LeBron enters the chat. LeBron James was caught on a hot mic during the Team USA win against Germany, saying it was effing good. It was effing good that Team USA faced all kinds of adversity, nearly lost to the Germans. Is that how you see it? On this one, I'm going to shake my head. No, I saw the clip, but LeBron, I get what he's given he knew he was on camera, and people change. I'm on camera right now. I'm changing things here. I'm on radio, but I have a camera in front of me. But here's the thing. LeBron James was giving, as Vic the Brick would say, my former colleague back in the day, he was giving a haiku. It was a haiku. It was a pep talk. It was eyewash is what it was. The Komodo dragon in the room. I'm going to go there. You're not supposed to go there. I'll go there. The Komodo dragon in the room. The United States basketball team is an embarrassment so far. They're winning, but they're not winning impressively, and you're not supposed to face adversity. All right? You're not. You're filled with NBA legends, and you're facing adversity. It's like, oh, there's other NBA players. Yes, there are. They're not as good. as Team USA, and it was supposed to be calm, poopy waters around Paris. And instead, Team USA, the basketball team so far, they haven't gotten to the actual Olympics, but these exhibition games leading into it, they've been swimming against the tide, and the feces is backing up in the Seine. It is one clunker after another. Now, they should still win even with this, but we have seen in past Olympics over the years, not that I am an Olympic person, but I have paid attention to the basketball, and I've seen over the years that when you consistently look choppy, you open the door to make a hasty retreat. And good luck. Good luck on that. All right.